I guess, what's your mindset going into the offseason? Obviously, a lot of uncertainty around this organization, potential free agency for you. I guess, what's your mindset going in?
I'm just relax right now. Just reflect on the season. Just ways I can improve, but just relax right now. Enjoy my family. Enjoy being home, and soon I'll get back into the grind and get better.
You mentioned, ways that you can improve this summer. What do you think that you showed this year as far as just the jump that you made as a player? People talk about you as, most improved player candidate, stuff like that.
I mean, it just shows, opportunity and preparation. Just years of preparation and hard work, and finally coming here and getting my opportunity, I was able to make a jump. So, I expect that next year as well out of myself, and I know that'll happen. So, my job is just to prepare.
I'm sorry. Is it bittersweet in some ways that you had the most personal success you've had as a player, but the season didn't go as you anticipated when you arrived here?
Yeah, it is disappointing to me personally, just because I pride myself on winning, and hopefully, I can do more of that next year, and I'll find ways that I can help the team win more. So, I reflect on that as well.
Julius, not that a lot of this is because of you, but you've been around a lot of craziness since you came into the league with the Lakers organization and changes, and then this year with Anthony. At some point, and I mean this kind of in a moment of levity, do you think it'll be normal for me in a situation at some point somewhere?
It's the NBA, man. You never know what can happen. So, it's all fun and entertainment, and at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. But you just try to focus on what you can control. And like I said, that's just me preparing myself to be the best player I can be to help my team win games. And everything else is outside my reach. Can't worry about it.
Would you like to be back, Joy?
Yeah, I mean, I love it here. But we'll see. See what happens.
How would you describe your curiosity, or what you've been focused on most in watching how this organization moves forward? Because clearly this is going to be one of the teams that has a very eventful offseason.
I don't really know what I'm going to be watching for, to be honest with you, man. I haven't really put any much thought and focus into that right now.
Well, for example, you want to see who the new GM is, and then probably know what his plan is and stuff like that? Or
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely want to know that, we're going in the right direction. As far as trying to develop this team and win games. And at the end of the day, you prepare and you work hard to try to win a championship. So you want to know that you're going in that type of direction. But like I said, that's starts from top to bottom, and I'm sure ownership will do a great job of putting somebody in place to carry out that, and we'll go from there.
So a season like you had will give you leverage on options as a free agent. Can you give us a sense of what you're looking for a team to show you in order to either lure you to stay or lure you away?
Like everything else in the league, you want to be wanted where you at, and I just want to continue to develop and build off what I was able to do this year. And most importantly, I want to be able to compete and win. It's important.
Can you you're somebody who's been in both organizations, just the fallout from what happened in January, Dell's been fired, Magic's resigned, both teams missed the playoffs. Have you kind of thought about it and wrapped your head around how one decision affects so many people and franchises?
I mean, it's kind of clear as day, I guess you could say, but I don't really put too much thought into that type of stuff because, like I said, that stuff is so much out of my control and so much goes on that you don't know about. So I don't really try to put my effort into that type of stuff, thinking about that stuff or trying to wrap my mind around it, because it's not going to, affect what I do on the court. I'm in control of that, so that's where I try to focus on the things I can control.
If or when the decision is made to trade Anthony, and there are two directions a team can go. They can go to a total rebuild or try to compete immediately. Would either of those situations, considering where you are in your career and the fact that you have stated repeatedly that you want to be part of a winning organization, would those things affect your decision-making on whether or not to return to New Orleans?
I don't know. I mean, you just got to look at every situation. I can't speak on a situation that hasn't happened. So I don't know what the situation will look like. But like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed my time here. Would love to be back, but like I said, you got to look at every situation and look at options and do what's best for you and your family and your career at the moment. So we'll see. Hopefully it all works out, but can't tell. We'll see.
Julius, even though you've been here less than a year, how close would you say you've gotten to some of the guys in the locker room? And would that be a part of your decision in coming back, like say because Drew's going to be here or something like that?
Very close, man. We're a very close group. We had a lot of fun this year. Everybody got along. We got a bunch of good guys in that locker room. So, it always makes it tough to leave, and it makes it easier to stay. So, like I said, everybody has their own personal situations, and everybody has to do what's best for them. But I really enjoyed my time with these guys. So, it's a lot of fun for me this year.
Julius, as
Obviously,
far as the priority is concerned, how do you balance money and winning, and how much of each one of those things will be a part of what you decide to do in the offseason?
So how do I balance it?
Yeah, I mean, some guys say, well, I want to win, and maybe I take a little less money. Other guys, hey, it's a business, and I'm going to, get the best business deal I can. You're kind of at that point in your career.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still young. I'm 24 years old, so young enough to know this business on both sides. But I'm also, smart enough to know that what really matters in this league is winning. So, like I said, I don't really know how to weigh the options right now. Season just ended yesterday, but once the options are on the table, and I talk to my family and my agent and all those people about it, we'll go from there. But right now it's hard to say what options the way when you don't really know what's going to happen.
Obviously, you know AD much better than we do, so I guess what is it like for you to kind of see how much the perception around him has changed, the way people see him, the way people talk about him after all of this?
No, I think it's unfair. I think just being around the guy from the beginning of the year in the summer to now, one of the best teammates I've ever had. From a leadership standpoint, to the player he is, it's absolutely amazing. For AD, I always tell people ask me, we went to Kentucky, so my wife's from Kentucky, and her family asked me, or there's people that I know ask me, man, how is it? How's it like playing with AD? And I always tell them he's the most selfless superstar I've ever been around. For a guy to be, the type of player he is, you see a lot of guys with egos and all that type of stuff. And AD's never had that from day one. Never been a selfish guy, never been, it's bigger than the team. And, the perception is what it is. But, for me, being with him just this year, he's been a great teammate for me.
Having said that, when a guy like that who's been here 7 years and you've only been here 1 year, and he decides he needs to go somewhere else to get where he wants to be, does that give you pause about where you want to be going forward?
Like I said, everybody's individual situation is different. For him, he felt like he's doing what's best for him. For me, I'll do what's best for me. And it's still going to be love regardless. I'm still always going to root for him, cheer for him. So like I said, it's everybody's situation is different, so it's hard to, compare my situation to his. Appreciate you.